Albian Hajdari. He is the 22-year-old Swiss defender, plays for Lugano, who has been linked with West Ham over the last few days. He was one of a number of players who was picked out by ex-West Ham United employee as a potential player that West Ham were looking at. Now, this one's quite interesting because, as I say, there were a number of players, none of whom sort of received any high level of attention. But this one, there's this sort of murmurings in the background that this one might actually be accurate. And as such, I thought I'd have a little closer look at him. And certainly ask a few people who might be in the know about this thing, whether there was any truth in it. And none of them are saying anything. And I know that it's probably no information means no information, right? Sort of ordinarily not, because we get the other guy's name, Aurèle Amenda of Frankfurt, another Swiss defender. Asked about him, no truth in it. Asked about the Swiss midfielder, no truth in it. You ask about a lot of these people, no truth in it. Ask about Albian Hajdari. It's not even, they don't say no comment, just nothing is said. Well, why haven't you just rejected that one? One person even said, where'd you get that news from? So, it was not my news. God, let's be straight up here, not my news at all. Ex-West Ham United employee said it. And the more you look at this player, you think, oh, actually, maybe, there's some truth in this. So, he's played 27 games this season for Lugano, who are in the Swiss Super League. They've not done great, truth be known. And he plays very much, most of the time, as a left-sided central defender in a back three. Sometimes he plays as the central defender, so where Max Kilman has been playing towards the end of the season. But more frequently, he plays where Aaron Cresswell has been playing, since basically Potter put him back into the team. And the more you look at him, you think, oh, actually, maybe there might be something in this. Now, the Cresswell one, we'll get on to, the players' abilities in a second. The Cresswell one is really, really interesting, actually, because when it was announced that Cresswell was going to be leaving West Ham, the conversation was very much framed. Should we let him go? Or if we keep him, it will be for sentimental reasons. Now, I do think that was a valid argument, even as recently as a month ago. We'll only keep Cresswell for sentimental reasons. Maybe we keep Cresswell so as he can sort of guide Ollie Scholes through, because, he's a good mentor, good tutor. And when you've seen Ollie Scholes play and Cresswell has played as that left-sided centre-back, you can see he's been guiding him. You can see he's been talking him through it. Whilst Cresswell might not have the legs to play left wing-back, he certainly understands the role, and he can communicate with Scholes and talk him through it. So, a couple of reasons to keep Cresswell, right? Sentimentality and, to see that next bunch through. Maybe good in the dressing room as well. A good character, good personality to have around. Probably none of those are valid reasons to give someone an additional 1 year contract. But I think he's sort of changed the perception of it, really, in the last little while, which is actually, particularly, I think, during West Ham's penultimate few games, maybe against Tottenham, maybe against Manchester United, you could argue, actually, he was West Ham's best defender. Well, he was. I don't think we do our player ratings over on our Patreon channel, and he has been. He's been nominated by all the people that vote on it. Once the numbers are crunched, he had higher votes than the other defenders, so he has been. So actually, well, hold on a second. Now it's not you're getting rid of a player for sentimental reasons or whatever, or keeping a player for sentimental reasons. Maybe you keep him because he's your best defender. Now, I also am looking at what he brought to the team, particularly when we put Aaron Wan-Bissaka over on that left-hand side. Suddenly the left-hand side started to function. When Cresswell was playing left centre-back and Aaron Wan-Bissaka was in left wing-back, suddenly the left flank really started to function. Now, we're really lucky at Hammers Chat because of our patrons. We're able to get Y-Scout, which is basically like the global scouting software. So you can. It's quite geeky, truth be known. So I do enjoy sort of getting lost in there and having a look at stuff. And I will be honest, a lot of the stuff is so technical. I don't understand an awful lot of the stuff. But some of the stuff is really, really easy to read and understand. and it's quite evident, you don't need Y-Scout to know this, by the way, that we are so right-sided heavy in the way we've attacked this season. And by comparison, practically nothing has come down that left-hand side. You really noticed the balance when you started looking at the graphics and looking at the data. When Cresswell and Wan-Bissaka have been down that left-hand side, all of a sudden, we're productive down there. So, some of it is Wan-Bissaka, absolutely. I think he's brilliant. You know, my player of the season, everyone's player of the season. He was the hammer of the year. And on our... In fact, as I record this video now, I'm not sure he is statistically the Hammers Chat patron hammer of the year, but I'm damn sure he will be. We're certainly leading at the point where I'm recording this now. Will anything have changed? I've not seen the numbers from the last 2 or 3 games, but I'm sure he will be our hammer of the year as well. So he's brilliant on the right-hand side and brilliant on the left-hand side, Wan-Bissaka. Absolutely fantastic. Excuse me, I need a swig of tea. I've done a lot of talking here. There you go. I'm getting used to no sugar now, by the way. It's starting to happen. But part of that is obviously the combination with Cresswell. Look at the goal. Really, really good goal that we scored. I'm just trying to struggle to think. Who was it? It was against Manchester United. The goal against Manchester United was brilliant. Look at the involvement. It was the first goal, wasn't it? Involvement of Cresswell and Wan-Bissaka. Really good. So clearly there's scope for attacking down there. So to get rid of Wan-Bissaka, you think, well, hold on, we're going to need someone in here. To get rid of Cresswell, we're going to need somebody in here who's going to do a very, very similar type thing. Now, Hajdari is not that guy. He is more of a traditional central defender. But what he is very good at, he's very good at long passing. He's pretty rapid. He's combative. He's left-footed. He's comfortable on the ball. Very good defending the back post as well, which, ironically enough, is probably a Cresswell weakness. Well, it is. So, would he be a direct replacement for Aaron Cresswell? Well, positionally, yes. But he's not going to get into the elevated positions, I think, that you would have saw Cresswell do. And even when he does, he's not got the same level of delivery. He's not as good on the ball as Cresswell, who is magnificent there, really. So it does make me wonder if we're going to do something else. Now, I can't remember too much of this, but I am reliably informed that sometimes Graham Potter played Trossard as left wing back for Brighton. I don't get me wrong, I remember Trossard playing. He caused us nightmares. I can't remember him precisely playing at left wing back. I don't know, but I believe it because I've been told it. And as most people are better at this stuff than I am. That we didn't know. What I do know is Trossard is not really a defensive player. So what that might mean is when West Ham go and get this guy, he is more of a traditional centre-back, which allows us to have more of an attacking style wing-back. I think we also indicated that when he played in his first game, when he played Crescencio Somerville at wing-back. Maybe that's how he sees things. And maybe Somerville would have continued at wing-back had he not got injured in that first game. It doesn't really matter whether it's Somerville or anyone else. Maybe one of those wing-backs is going to be more like a winger, just a really, really attacking player whose skill set doesn't necessarily lend itself. Like Somerville or Trossard, you wouldn't say either of them are good at interceptions or clearances or tackling, would you? But that possibly hasn't stopped Potter deploying him in that position. So I'm not ruling out Hajdari. Now, he is an interesting one. 6'2". I think he was originally at Basel. Then he went to Juventus. But he's only 22 and he's ended back in the Swiss league. So I'm guessing it didn't work out quite so well there. But Italian teams, particularly Juventus, tend not to buy players that are crap defenders. I'm pretty sure that Syria remains tactically the best league. Well, hey, look, look at Inter Milan this season. I guess they've done all right, haven't they? So, although looking at the last game of the Champions League, you might suggest the defence is not all that, but you know what I mean. Italy has a reputation for having excellent defenders, so they clearly saw something in him. And somebody called me yesterday and said, "This Albian Hajdari, what do you think?" I said, "Well, why are you asking?" I said, "I think there might be something in this." And I've had 2 people say it to me now. Radio silence from the normal people who are very willing to talk about transfers, even if just to say, no, there's no interest at all. Not had that from him. So, look, I don't know. There was, as I say, there was a lot of names in X's update. But yeah, there was something about this one. Maybe, just maybe. I don't think he's a world beater, by the way. I just want to make that, from what I've said, I don't think he's a world beater. In fact, what's the guy's name again? Amenda of Frankfurt. So he's only just joined Frankfurt, so it's going to be hard to get him. I think he's the better player. This is the guy we want. Unsubstantiated rumours that Hajdari is available with a 5 million buyout clause, which makes him, I guess, appealing. Don't know. As I say, couldn't confirm that. Don't know. But I suspect the other guy at Frankfurt's better. But you're probably not going to get him from Frankfurt. Bearing in mind he's literally been there 5 minutes. I think he might have even joined only in January. So, yeah, clubs tend not to do that. And I don't think West Ham are particularly attractive to join at the moment. So it may well be that we've got to buy these type of players and hope, the players that maybe have gone to Italy and failed and are back in Switzerland and are doing okay. It's all about potential. He looks okay, this guy. Hajdari looks okay. Didn't look at him and think, and I probably watched 20 minutes worth of scouting reports on him, read the scouting reports and looked at the stuff. He looks okay. Not a world beater, but I do believe that he's certainly got a lot of potential. I think, this one seems a little bit believable. Anyway, there you go. Just my 2 pence worth, my 2 pence worth. I'll be back tomorrow.